The Alaska Summit, a bid for peace. The much anticipated Alaska Summit convened by the United States President Donald Trump brought together key European leaders and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Washington, D.C. The central aim of the meeting was to mediate the ongoing Russian-Ukrainian war, focusing on security guarantees for Ukraine as well as humanitarian relief. Although the summit ended without a meaningful agreement to stop the war, it reflected a renewed push for international unity. President Zelensky, in his remark, welcomed United States engagement, stressing the importance of Washington's strong signals and readiness to provide security guarantees for Ukraine.
Yes, this is so important, and I'm happy that we discussed this track with President Trump, and I hope that we will find decisions. And then what is very important, that all the sensitive things, territorial, etc., we will discuss on the level of leaders during trilateral meeting, and President Trump will try to organize such meeting, and he said that he will come or not come. Ukraine will be happy if you will
both
participate.
Want me there, I will be there. Yeah, you know that.
Thank you.
NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte highlighted the urgency of the dialogue, condemning the destruction of civilian lives and Ukrainian infrastructure. He urged leadership to maximize the opportunities submitted in search of a lasting peace, while also commending Trump for his leadership role in convening the talks. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen emphasized the importance of transatlantic unity, describing the United States and Europe as friends and allies, while referring recent success as its new trade deal. And the NATO summit stated that the priority must remain ending killings in Ukraine and reuniting displaced children with their families. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz's family rejected Russia's territory demands, drawing a sharp comparison by likening them to forcing the United States to give up Florida. He stood in support of the United States European coordination of security guarantees, while underscoring that peace negotiations must first begin with ceasefire before any form of lasting security assurance could be achieved. Italian President Giorgia Meloni struck a hopeful tone, acknowledging that despite Russians showing little willingness for dialogue after 3 years of war, something is beginning to shift. She praised both Ukrainian bravery and Western unity, stressing that peace must come through justice, strengthening, and firm guarantees of Ukraine's security. She also thanked Trump for hosting the summit. French President Emmanuel Macron called for a comprehensive peace framework, making it clear that the security of the Ukraine is directly tied to the security of the entire Europe continent. He proposed a four-way dialogue involving the United States, Russia, Ukraine, and Europe to ensure the Europe voice is not sidelined in the peace progress. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer described the discussions as constructive, emphasizing transatlantic coordination on Article 5 like guarantees for Ukraine. He stressed that the roadmap towards peace must begin with direct talks between Zelensky and Putin, to be followed by a broader process involving European and United States stakeholders. In conclusion, while no final breakthrough was achieved, the Alaska Summit showcased rare unity among Western leaders. All participants reaffirmed their commitment to peace, humanitarian relief, and the long-term security guarantees for Ukraine. The United States President Trump emerged as a central mediator, pledging to personally oversee the next steps, while Europe vows to remain united in supporting Ukraine.
Thank you very much. And, it's very interesting because this is the first for the White House. I can't say that very often. It's seen a lot over the years, since 1800, 17.
Earlier, United States President Donald Trump have met with Russian President Putin in a significant red carpet welcome. The Trump-Putin Alaska Summit, which was held on August 15, 2025, at Joint Base Elmont of Richardson in Anchorage, Alaska, ended without a breakthrough on ceasefire deal for Ukraine. Despite discussions, no agreement was reached, no ending on ending the war in Ukraine. According to the United States President Trump, there was no deal until there is a deal, emphasizing that progress was made but significant hurdles remain. However, both leaders described the talk as constructive and productive, with Trump praising the meeting as a 10 out of 10. Putin also expressed willingness to work together, highlighting shared history between the United States and Russia, with open invitation to Trump to meet again in Moscow. With the overall development, both in Zelensky and the European Leadership Summit already established a concrete agreement on pipeline to end Russian-Ukraine war while the peace meeting lasted. While the summit marked a significant diplomatic effort between Russia, Ukraine affected the European continent. For Rulers World TV, Ololade Bolarinwa.